Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be going over what to buy and what to avoid this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. Now we do have the DLC on the horizon coming out on Tuesday, next Tuesday guys, so keep that in mind with this week. I just want to put a buyer beware because Rockstar have put out some pretty good discounts for the week, but you got to keep in mind that the new DLC is coming. They're trying to bait you into spending money so that you'll spend money from your actual wallet on shark cards out of desperation when you want some of the new stuff that's going to be coming out on Tuesday. The car behind me is the Obey 8F Drafter. As usual, I'm going to be doing this every single week where I'll have one of the cars that's on discount during the week, usually the coolest one, standing behind me in the intro. We are going to talk about this car a little bit more later, but it is a pretty nice little vehicle. It's all-wheel drive. And yeah, it's pretty good. Anyways, before we get into anything else, we have to talk about how to make some money this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. And we have a few different ways. None of them are super great, but let's talk about it. Starting off under the stunt races category, we have transform races. These are triple money and triple RP for the remainder of this week. I would definitely recommend trying them out. This is the only thing that's on triple money this week, so keep that in mind for sure. They are pretty fun. I'm going to be playing a few of them with the boys this week, so stay tuned for that video. It will be coming pretty soon. But yeah, transform races are triple money and triple RP. Under missions within the jobs here, you'll find that all of the ULP missions are double money and double RP, which means these are going to be paying, you know, semi-decently at least. So give them a shot if you guys haven't already. On double money and double RP, they're, you know, a decent amount of money to make, I guess. And of course, under the adversary modes, we have Drop Zone 1 through 5 on double money and double RP. Drop Zone is actually a super great adversary mode, I'm not going to lie. This is definitely one that you guys should check out if you haven't ever before. Super fun. I hope people are playing it this week. I would really like to do this with some of the guys. Now beyond that, we do have two other ways of earning money this week in online. We have double money and double RP on VIP work and challenges that you can do through the interaction menu through being a CEO or a VIP. So headhunter and everything like that is going to be double money and double RP this week, which is probably realistically the best way to earn some money this week if you're looking for bonus money, that's for sure. But of course, we also do have double money and double RP on the flight school that is at the airport. You guys can find it right about here, close to where this Cayo Perico mission is, but it's more about here at the top of the stairs. So yeah, definitely check that out if you guys are interested. Obviously, there are a lot of flight related things going on in GTA these days, and that is to do with the DLC. They're trying to get people prepared to fly in the DLC, so do that if you guys are unfamiliar with flying. You will actually get a little bit better at it, so definitely give it a shot if you guys haven't already. But anyways, now of course we have to talk about the discounts this week as well as what to buy and what to avoid. So let's see, starting off under the foreclosures website, hangars again from last week are 20% off, and all of the renovations within them are also 20% off. Now, if you don't have a hangar, I can honestly say I would recommend picking one up this week because I do think that some new stuff is going to be coming into the hangar with the DLC. So if you can get a hangar right now, if you don't have one for 20% off, it is probably worth it. The only things that I would really get in your hangar are the workshop and the living quarters. Everything else does not matter. So just get the hangar and the living quarters. If you are going to purchase a hangar this week, I would definitely recommend picking up a Fort Zancudo hangar because it does grant you access into the military base. They are going to come at a bit of a higher cost, but it does grant you access to the military base, which is kind of useful to have on some occasions. So yeah, that's it for the property discount this week. It is the hangar. Now if we head over to Warstock Cash and Carry, the same discount as last week on the Pyro is available as well. So the Pyro is on discount this week, 20% off, not a huge discount. It is a very good plane for dogfighting, maybe even arguably the best plane in comparison to the Starling. That's the other plane that people regard as the best for dogfighting. Both of them are very good, but the Pyro is on discount. I can't necessarily say that I recommend it right now because obviously the DLC is dropping, and we don't know what's going to happen. Maybe the Pyro is going to get a lot worse. Maybe the new plane is going to completely invalidate the Pyro and make it useless. We don't know, so I can't necessarily recommend picking up the Pyro. As good as it is, I just don't think that it's a smart idea to buy it right now with the DLC right on the horizon here. So yeah, probably don't buy the Pyro unless you have a ton of money and you feel comfortable buying it, but just know that it might be made completely redundant by the new DLC, so keep that in mind. Heading over to Benny's Original Motorworks next up, guys. Under the stock category, the Bravado Gauntlet Classic has the custom upgrade discounted this week by 40%. So you're going to be able to upgrade this thing into the Classic Custom that you guys can see right here for 40% off, which is going to cost you about $500,000. So keep that in mind. If you guys want a Bravado Gauntlet Classic Custom, it is discounted this week for the upgrade for it. So keep that in mind. On Elitist Travel, we have a couple of discounts here. We have the Buckingham Canada discounted as well as the Alpha Z1. The Alpha Z1 is an unarmed plane and it is only a one-seater. Overall, it is relatively useless. I wouldn't necessarily recommend picking up the Alpha Z1. However, the Buckingham Canada is an interesting one to talk about this week because the Canada is going to be weaponized with the new DLC. So this is the only thing with this. I don't know if they're going to release a separate weaponized version of the Canada or if they are going to allow you to upgrade the Canada and put weapons on it within the hangar, for example. I'm not sure what's going to happen here, so I'm very unsure of what to say because obviously the Canada discounted right now. If you can upgrade it and put the weapons on it, you should buy the Canada right now. However, if they're going to release it as a separate armed variant, I definitely don't want you guys buying the unarmed Canada right now because that would definitely kind of suck. So take it with a grain of salt, guys. I would say you should probably pick up the Canada. I would say that it is more likely that they are going to take the Canada that exists and just add weapon upgrades onto it. I could be wrong about this though, so keep in mind if you do decide to buy it and then they release a weaponized variant onto Warstock, it's one of those things where it's just like, you take the risk or you don't, but they are going to be, you know, having a weaponized Canada. I'd say it's more likely that they are just going to upgrade the Canada, but I don't know for sure. So keep that in mind. Maybe pick up the Canada this week if you guys are interested in it. It is also the fastest helicopter in Grand Theft Auto Online, which I should also mention. Heading over to Legendary Motorsport, under the two-door category here, you will find if you scroll down, the 8F Drafter is on discount this week. Like I mentioned at the start of the video, that is the car that is standing behind me. It's on sale for just over $500,000. It is a really, really good car. It sounds great. It's got some nice customization. It's all-wheel drive. Overall, the performance is pretty good. The looks are really good. It's based off of an Audi A5, S5, or RS5, depending on what upgrades you put onto it. Very cool car. I would say that I recommend picking this thing up. However, make sure that you have enough money for the DLC. Just keep that in mind as always. And heading over to the four-door section, we have the Pfister Astron on discount this week for just under $1 million. The Pfister Astron is one of the faster SUVs in Grand Theft Auto Online. It's also got a super brake upgrade and a super transmission upgrade. So the brakes on this thing and the transmission on this thing go higher than most vehicles in the game, which is kind of cool. It's got a decent amount of customization. Overall, I would recommend it for this price, but maybe hold off on it depending on if you have a lot of money or not as well. Scrolling down a little further, you'll also find the Lampadaddy Novak is discounted this week. This is another top 5 fastest SUV in Grand Theft Auto Online around a circuit. So, you know, for $425k, you can't really go wrong. It handles a lot better than the Toros. It doesn't have as much customization, but it is still a very good SUV nonetheless. So if you guys are interested, this is another one you should pick up, only if you have lots and lots of extra money though. So there you have it, guys. That's it for the discounts in online this week. It's time to head over to the casino, talk about the podium vehicle, and then we'll head to the LS car meet and talk about the prize ride real quick. So let's go ahead and hop over there. Alright guys, and within the casino, the Zirconium Journey 2 is the podium vehicle for the week. This thing is very underwhelming. It goes for like, I think 600 to 800,000 depending on if you have the trade price or not. It's not a very good vehicle. If you can win it for free and you want one, you should do it for sure. But if you're not really a Zirconium Journey 2 fan, I definitely would say this is one you can completely skip and not even go to the casino to try to win it. Not a useful vehicle whatsoever. Alright, and within the LS car meet, we have the Vapid Dominator GTT as the prize ride for the week. In order to win this thing, you're going to have to place top 3 for 4 days in a row. That is not a terrible challenge for the car. It is a pretty good vehicle. It is a top 5 fastest muscle car around circuits. It handles really well, accelerates really well. Overall, it is just a very good car in a lot of different ways. Definitely try to win this thing if you guys have the opportunity to do so for sure. Alright, and last but not least, we got to talk about the time trials this week. Your regular time trial for the week is Storm Drain right here, as you guys can see. Your RC Bandito time trial is Vespucci Canals, and your HSW time trial is going to be somewhere on your map, so make sure you guys are taking care of that for this week and pocketing that extra 250k if you have it available to you. It's definitely going to help out with the DLC, that's for sure. Anyway guys, that's pretty much it for what to buy and what to avoid this week in online. Just keep in mind that DLC is coming on Tuesday. Make sure you guys are stacking up as much money as you possibly can for it. It's going to be a pretty pretty expensive one, I have a feeling. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, dislike if you didn't, of course. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.